Welcome to STAT 200 for Penn State World Campus. This is Brian James. I'll be your instructor for the semester. Brief background, I have a BS in Mathematics, BS in Physics, and a BS in Education, and then a Master's in Statistics Education and a Master's in Applied Statistics from Penn State. So decent background in statistics, and certainly have taught now for 26 years, and most of that has been undergraduate statistics along with some physics. And probably the last 10 to 12 years have been distance education, and some on campus, but a good chunk of distance education. I want to give you an overview as far as the course structure goes and Canvas itself, just to give you a little bit of a springboard into the course. What you're looking at right now is the homepage of the course, okay? And if you go out further even, I should have started perhaps at the dashboard. If you start on your dashboard, yours won't be exactly like mine, but our icon to get in is here. And when I click on that, then I get to this home page. At the top, we have the recent announcements. So those are the things that, if I see something coming up that I really want to announce to remind you about, I'll put up here. You can also access all those through the announcements tab over here to the left. So it only showed the most recent two. I think you can also get those pushed to your technology if you go to your course settings and set up an automatic push when I make an announcement. And then the home page is here with a link to the syllabus and an image of our textbook. Okay, but for the most part, the majority of this goes through the modules page, which I'll get to in a moment. But before I do, let me just give you a little what I think you should do as far as the pacing of the course. It's difficult to be an adult learner online because of the rest of life's needs and demands. And one thing you have to do, I think, in any online course, if you want to get a lot out of it, is to discipline yourself time-wise. All of our assignments are due on Monday nights by midnight, and that is by design so that the adult learner has the weekend, if they need it, to finish up items before they submit them. But if you wait till the end of each week, I think you're really doing yourself a disservice, both for your grade and your overall, statistical experience here and what you can learn from this. And the ultimate goal, I hope you see, is to relate the statistics to your own coursework, your own career, and certainly just as a more knowledgeable citizen, statistically speaking. So if you can do the following, I think Mondays and Tuesdays, you really want to start getting into the week's online notes, which Penn State provides a beautiful package there. It does a great job. And then you want to read the textbook as a supplement to that. By Tuesday night, Wednesday, you probably want to get over into the Wiley Plus, our online homework, which is 15% of the grade, and get over in there and do some of the electronic homework, which is automatically graded, mastery type homework. So immediate feedback, a good package. And by the way, the Wiley Plus also has a digital textbook in there that I think is, for the most part, I'm a hard copy textbook kind of person, but the online version is really, really good. It has the embedded video links, etc. So it is really good. But you want to get that done by Wednesday, Thursday, I think. And then the next thing to do is to go do the lab activity. There's a lab activity each week where you're going to use Minitab Express to use industry software to attempt to apply the statistical concepts that you've learned that week. And that's really the big chunk of the course where I can give you a lot of feedback, comments, etc. that you want to look at after I submit them, after they're graded. You want to get back in there and look at those comments I made. And that's 20% of your grade, as you'll see on the syllabus. And then if you can get that all completed, probably by the Friday, Saturday kind of pacing, then you have Sunday and Monday, during the day to catch up, finish anything you need to do before you take the quiz. Now remember, the quiz, as you'll read in the syllabus, is 2 attempts. The higher of the 2 count. They take less than a half hour each. I would, again, give you a little tip that I would grade. I would look at the first quiz score, go back, see what I missed, and then remediate. I would not just hit the button and take the quiz again. The whole idea there is to fix what you missed. So maybe just go back and revisit the online notes for the section that you missed, and then go take the quiz. The quiz has generally the same format with different questions. And if you can keep that kind of weekly schedule, I think you'll be in great shape for the semester. Now, an overview of Canvas. Home page, as I said, and then the syllabus page, which has the schedule for the course and the syllabus on it. Now, I have already opened the syllabus, so let me just show you that. Let me get to the top here. Just your basic college syllabus, all the things you would expect. Myself, the email, my availability, course description, some prerequisites, again, a little basic algebra background. We even have an algebra review for you in the online notes to start that I'll show you. You'll be proctored in the test, the midterm test and the final by Examity, which is a proctoring company that does online proctoring, and it is very good, very thorough, live proctoring. You'll get some information about that coming up. Then the required materials for the course and the breakdown of the grading. So you can see the homework 15%, and you can work toward mastery on that if you want, so that's great. The lab assignments is a big chunk, the 20% there that I can give you feedback on. Quizzes 15%, and then the midterm and the final both 25%. And there's a little discussion about each of those below it. The standard grading at Penn State. Down below we have the accommodations for any type of student disability, so you'd reach out to me there and we can connect you in the right way. The military statement, if there's any conflicts we can help you with there. And then academic integrity is a big one. We're looking for accountability and integrity online to make it as much as like a face-to-face course as we can. So you want to read through that. We do take that very seriously, and any infringement of that academic integrity will not be taken lightly. So please do your own work for the most part. And that brings up this part, working together. You could actually, if you know someone in the course, working together in homework and lab assignments is not a bad thing, but then you have to submit those individually. All right, separate ideas. All right, let me go back to Canvas, back to the home page. Now the modules is where you want to follow for the schedule of the course. So at the beginning, each week has a module. The beginning of the course has lesson 0 and lesson 1. So really it's lesson 1 material in week 1, and then it goes lesson 2 material, week 2, etc. throughout the course. But there is a lesson 0 here that's introductory. Each week has a to-do list that is very helpful. So it gives you basically a checklist of what you need to do as you go down through there. But orientation pages if you're new to taking a stats course online. And then here is a great one that you don't want to miss. This lesson 0 in the online notes. So Penn State again provides the online notes for the entire course, and you have these forever. All right, these are accessible for anyone who doesn't even enroll in a course officially, just at this URL up here. But two things I want to point out to you here. Under each one of these lessons are certainly sub-lessons. So there is, a stepping through process, so to speak. The other thing is I really want to note to you is the beginning of the course, you want to look at this Introduction to Minitab Express, Word Equation Editor, and Canvas Equation Editor to communicate online mathematically correct notation. You're going to, in Word, be able to do that by using Word's Equation Editor, and in Canvas using Canvas's Equation Editor. So you definitely want to look at that kind of technology. And it will be expected. We'll have you practice that a little bit in some lab submissions at the beginning, and then it'll be just routine, we hope, from there on in. Most of these labs have videos to actually show you how to do stuff with the technology right on the video, so that should be incredibly helpful as well. Now let me go down into further into the course lesson and just show you, once we all settle down, get by the orientation and collecting some data, etc. Each week what you would see is the to-do list. That to-do list has an introductory overview video made by people at Penn State for Stat 200. Sometimes you'll see videos that I make here as well. And then this will take you out to the online notes just for that week. Wiley Plus, a reminder to get out there and do the Wiley Plus homework after you look at that work in the textbook. But the Wiley Plus software that you paid for is out there, and that's where we do our homework. And then the lesson 2 quiz and the lab assignment. Now, I'll link these lab assignments as we get going, so you can just click on there and get to the lab assignments for the given week. But that's what that looks like each and every week. And underneath there is those links that I was showing you. These are the end result of that. So there's the lesson 2 quiz, the lab assignment, And then the discussion board's a big part too. If you choose to get some feedback or some insight on any kind of textbook problem, concept, lab work, I can try to give you some insight on that, but we'll give the student, a fellow student, a first shot, and then I'll reply. Okay, and we'll try to get some decent discussion going there to help you learn throughout this course. Overall, that's the general makeup of the course, all 12 lessons there, or 15 depending on what semester you're in. And then Examity is the online proctoring module at the bottom here. Again, we'll talk more about that as we go, but there is information here about that online proctor and how that situation works for us at Penn State. In general, I think that's all. I wish you the best of luck, and hopefully that overview helped a little bit. And we'll get started soon. Best wishes to all.